Hello, Rise Builders. So I'm going to start reading from Galatians 1, verse 10, and it reads, Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. A servant of Christ. Let's just talk about stop doing what you hate and just do what God says instead. Let's just do what God says instead. A lot of us are entertaining things that we don't want to do, and it's making us miserable. It's making us miserable. Whether it's a job that you hate, a toxic relationship, um, you're going to and fro, doing a lot of things that's not fulfilling you. You're not being fulfilled. And you're just answering yes to everything that comes across your path. And you hate it. No, follow what God tells you to do. Go down the path that God has laid before you. If you are seeking Him, you should have some form of direction as to which way you will go. Now, I'm not saying that everything God tells you to do, that you're going to want to do it. You're not. But obedience is better than sacrifice, right? Obedience is better than sacrifice. Sometimes God calls us to do things that we feel uncomfortable with, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're just talking about, stop doing things that you don't want to do because people are requesting you to do it. And you're just answering yes, kind of like you're people pleasing. And, we can't please people and man at the same time. We got to pick. We got to pick and choose. Who are we going to serve? Who will you serve this day? Is it going to be man or is it going to be people? We are all servants of Christ. I'm talking to believers, servants of Christ. So we should have enough discernment to know who we should be giving our ears to. Who should we be listening to? What path we should be taking. So, I got some handy notes here that I want to refer to. Why we say yes when we mean no. Why we say yes when we mean no. Conditioning. You've been conditioned to say yes. Fear of judgment. None of us like judgment, or fear of change. I'm going to say it could be a variety of these, but I'm going to say that fear of judgment, that's a big one. That's a big one. Fear of change can happen too. Sometimes, when you think about it at work, they put in a new process and this is a big change. We are creatures of habit. So a lot of times we don't want to change. We don't want to conform. Same thing within the body of Christ, within our spiritual walk. God can show us something differently and you're like, well, I don't want to do that. I've been doing it this way for 15 years. 15 years does not equate to what God is telling you to do now. So again, conditioning. Some of us have been conditioned by people and we just jump and do what they tell us to do. Yeah. How people pleasing becomes a silent identity theft. How people pleasing becomes a silent identity theft. I talked about in some of my past videos that, I once was a people pleaser and I would call myself a recovering people pleaser. I'm not going to use that terminology anymore because I am done with people pleasing. I am done with that. I'm either going to do something that someone asks me to do or I'm not. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. But if I say yes, I am a person of my word. I am going to show up, but I am not going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not going to be manipulated. I'm not going to be manipulated into doing things that I don't want to do. Now, there's a difference between growth opportunities where we're afraid to do something or someone just trying to push you out there and make you do something. No, you got to get that one-on-one assurance from God that this is something that I need to be doing. All right, let's talk about signs you're living out of alignment. Signs you're living out of alignment. There's chronic fatigue, burnout, numbness. You're just out of yourself. You're not feeling like yourself. And some of that can come from pressure, being pressured to do things that you are not comfortable with. You got to learn how to say no. You got to learn how to say no, and you're just making yourself miserable. And these people who are giving you all these work assignments, they are just as happy and jolly, and they're going on about their business. And you're miserable. You are miserable. How to reconnect with what you want to do. Let's talk about reconnecting with what you want to do. I've always talked about the fact that journaling is a great source for me. So I journal out things, my thoughts, my plans, my aspirations. So that has been a big help for me. I've been journaling for decades. I started as a little girl, so that is just something I really enjoy doing. Mindfulness, checking in with your body. Your body is going to tell you if something is out of alignment. I was just talking several days ago about not feeling unmotivated. My body was telling me something was off, something was not right. And, I had to really get back in tune with my prayer life, slowing down, slowing the pace. Y'all, we do not need to be running this rat race. You're just all over the place. You can't even enjoy life enough because you're so busy. On to the next, on to the next. And some of the things you're doing are great things. They're positive things, but you are tearing down your body. You are tearing down your mental state. You cannot do all these things. You just can't. You can't. I know you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but the power of no, it's just that powerful. The power of no. You got to reclaim your time without guilt. You got to learn how to reclaim your time without guilt. You got to set some boundaries, and you just got to get out of this habit of doing things that are just not fulfilling for you. It's not fulfilling for you. It's fulfilling for others. It's on their agenda, on their programs, but it's not for you. No, thank you at this time. That's your response. No, thank you. You do not need to provide this long explanation. I'm not going to be able to do it right now. And the thing about it is that people know you. They know your character. They know if you have a big heart or not. And they will understand. True people who know you, they will get it. They'll be like, okay, if something comes available, I'll talk to you then about that opportunity. They are going to respect your no and move on. Because guess what? There's always someone else waiting to say yes. Someone else wants that same opportunity that you're saying no to. And guess what? It's all good. It's okay. It is literally okay. Literally okay. So what are some of the things that you want to do? You want to identify one thing you can let go of this week. What is that one thing you can let go of this week? Maybe you're not going to be the Uber driver for the kids. My girlfriend always tells me, like, girl, what are you doing? I'm Uber driving. But she loves it. She loves Uber driving. So you got to figure out, are you not going to be that person that the kids just huddle over to your house and you're cooking all the time for them? Are you going to take a week off from that or 2 weeks off from that, and then they can come back over? But for right now, you're like, no, I need to kind of get myself together. So what is that one thing you can say no to? I already talked about journaling. Journaling is going to help you. Practice saying no. I know that sounds crazy. Practice saying no. But yeah, your script. Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm going to pass this time. Thank you for thinking of me, but I am going to pass this time. Reclaim your time. Reclaim your time. Reclaim your energy, your strength. You only get one temple take care of yourself. The things that you're passionate about and you really want to do, you want to be a part of it, say yes to it. But those things that are not on your agenda, it's not fitting for you, it's okay for you to say no to it. I promise you, it really is. You weren't created to be a version of yourself to please everyone. That's not what you were created for. But you want to satisfy the Lord. What is the Lord telling you to do? Where is He prompting you to go? That is the person you want to follow. You want to follow Jesus. Let Him lead and direct you. He won't lead you down the wrong path at all. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Until next time, continue to grow and glow in the Lord.